Hey guys, what's up? Today I have a battle. This is a roulette match against Uberman with some numbers or legendary Lucario or something. And just letting you guys know that actually today at work I sprained my back, so I went to see my doctor and he gave me some painkillers and some antibiotics because I'm also sick. So I don't know if I'll get around to doing videos. I have this one pretty ready, so I'm just gonna narrate it and we'll see for Friday. And he said, at the very least Monday will be when I'm back to normal. So we'll see. I mean, I'm gonna be home all day, so I'll probably still do it. But if I don't get it done, then whatever. So anyways, I'm gonna leave with Wormadam because I figured anything he wants to lead with is not really gonna do too much. I can Toxic and Stealth Rock, and that'll be fine. He's gonna get Toxic, Whirlwind me out to Mesprit. I U-turn, and I'm gonna go into Bronzong, I think, or right, but yeah, Bronzong, which oddly enough is another Steel type with Stealth Rocks, and then I got two Psychic type Pixie Trio guys that both have Scarf, and then I have Cerberus Flygon, and something else. I don't remember. Anyways, he goes on man was fine. I'm just like, what? Is he gonna have like fucking Specs Hidden Power Fire or something? But he goes for Earthquake, and he said like he forgot that it had Levitate, and I'm just like, well yeah, some of them do have Heat Proof, so but that's weird. Anyways, set up screens, and that's what this Bronzong does, and it does it pretty well because it's so freaking bulky. Gonna switch out, go to Mesprit. Figure it's the least useful on my team, but I also have screens up, and he can probably rapid spin anyways, so whatever. And over the Scarf Thunderbolt, which I guess now he realized, oh crap, he's scarfed, and that does a lot of damage, but it doesn't kill, so that's because he's probably max HP, because he's probably leftovers, rapid spin, Scald, recover, and like Ace Beam or something. I don't know. So I'm gonna switch out. He gets the Scald Burn, kind of annoying, but go to Wormadam. And he's going to switch out to Mamoswine, which I figured he would. And he's not really going to be able to do too much to me. He hits me with a Stone Edge, does like pitiful damage because of Reflect. Hit him with a Gyro Ball, it's going to do a ton of damage because Wormadam is slow as fuck. And Mamoswine is fairly fast, and he's weak to it. So yeah, Wormadam for OU. But yeah, so he goes into his Emboar. I missed Toxic, which really sucks because if I had to hit Toxic, he would be really screwed. But anyways, I Protect, see what he's gonna potentially lock himself into. Goes for Flare Blitz. So I figure I don't really have much to take it. All I have is Flygon. And yeah, until I figure out what item he is, then I'm kind of in trouble. But it doesn't do all that much, so I figure he's probably Scarfed. And yeah, so I'm not expecting to be outspeeding him with Flygon. But Let's Green Rose off, and Reflect already wore off, which kind of sucks. I should have been counting turns and not protected, and switch right away. But whatever. Go for Sub. He's going to switch to not Whimsicott, Jumpluff. Go for the Flying Gem Acrobatics as I Toxic him, and he's like, "Man, you and your Toxic." I'm like, "Well, hey, you picked my guys for me." He's like, "Fair enough." So yeah, here I'm pretty sure he's going to go for the Sleep Powder, and even if he doesn't, Mesprit is not too much more useful since it's like burned and stuff, but he does go for Sleep Powder. It misses instead of not hitting, or well, it misses instead of not being effective or whatever. Although I'm not really sure now that I mention it that the message is different. But anyways, I go for Ice Beam, gonna take him out. He doesn't feel like switching out to Starmie to take a Thunderbolt, but yeah, he goes in Kabutops. I gotta switch out to Wormadam, and he hits me with a Waterfall. And that does a little less than half, I think. Yeah. At this point, he was like, "Oh, how'd you gain all your HP back?" And I'm like, "Protect and Leftovers." And he's like, "Oh, I thought you had Regenerator." I'm like, "No, Anticipation," which is not very useful. It's okay for scouting random ass things, because I think what it is like he shudders if your opponent switches in with a super effective move, which would be Fire, and that's it. But yeah, whatever. So I was going for a bunch of waterfalls. I believe I missed Toxic at some point in here. And here I'm like, just don't flinch me. And of course he flinches me. So I'm like, God damn it. But I'm going to go for Sword Stance here because he knows I can't really do too much. And he can get off a nice damage boost and potentially sweep me. But, I know even with Life Orb and a Sword Stance, as Elf at full HP, you can take an Aqua Jet and you know, otherwise outspeed him with a Thunderbolt and kill him. So, yeah, I hit a Toxic finally because he missed Stone Edge, which is alright. Not too big a deal. Like I said, I'm just going to go to Azelf after this, I believe, and kill him because I don't want to take +2. He gets a crit here because why not? Azelf? Yes, Azelf? No? Yes. For some reason he doesn't have Aqua Jet. I guess he has Earthquake instead, but alright, whatever. So I just kill him, and Thunderbolt does its job. I don't even need to be Scarfed, but I am. He goes to Mamoswine, which is kind of risky because, like I said, I could be Scarfed, or I could not be Scarfed. He doesn't know, and yeah. But whatever. Go to Bronzong, like perfect counter to Mamoswine, and you can't really touch me, even though, fortunately I don't have leftovers, so it kind of sucks, but whatever. I go for the Light Screen because I figured he'd switch into Starmie, but he goes into Emboar. And this move is weird. He goes for a Flamethrower, and I'm like, what? That doesn't, what? I guess you have Expert Belt, and I don't know why you don't have Fire Blast, like mix set, but that's weird. Why would you Flamethrower, weaker stat, and I just put up a Light Screen. Maybe he thought I put up Reflect, or I don't know, whatever. But he kills me. Got a Mesprit, go for the trick. Thought he'd switch to Mamoswine. Don't really know why I tricked Scarf, though. Maybe, I don't know. I didn't really have much to hit a lot of his team with, because, like, I don't think a Scarf Thunderbolt would have killed him, and I don't have Psychic Stab, so, yeah, and he'd be able to go to Mana Buzz anyways. But I go to Flygon, whatever. He's going to switch out to Mana Buzz as I go for the Earthquake. Doesn't hit him because he's Flying type, so, yeah. But I'm going to go for the Substitute, and I think he's going to Toxic. Because I'm like, yeah, he could Whirlwind, and I'd be kind of screwed for HP, but I don't really care. I'd rather, you know, I'd rather be safe than sorry, because if I get Toxic, I'm kind of screwed. This Flygon is, yeah, Subroost Toxic Stall, like Moltres and Zapdos, and there's a lot of Subroost Toxic Stalling sets for different Pokemon. It's pretty cool. But anyways, so I sub, I Roost. He's gonna Roost. I don't know why, but he's getting Toxic. I don't know why he just doesn't Whirlwind. Because I have no problem sitting in here, letting him get Toxic stalled. Still gonna stay in. Just gonna go for the taunt. I'm like, okay, whatever. Doesn't really make sense. Not sure what he's doing, but he's losing health to Toxic, I suppose. And I guess he's fine with it. Doesn't want to Whirlwind me out, but yeah. I guess he was stalling the screens, maybe. But whatever. So just a Mamoswine. Keep going for Earthquake. And he's going to die to the Earthquake because he's really low health. And despite no investment, 100 base attack with Stab is pretty good. But yeah. So he goes to Starmie. Break my sub. Gonna kill him. Excuse me. And yeah, he's now dead, and I don't have to worry about him. He goes to Emboar. Remember, I tricked him to Scarf, and I still outspeed him, so that means he's like minimum speed or something, or really low speed, but he has Focus Sash, which means he has a lot of HP, maybe? And it's like, doesn't make sense, because you want to get Blaze Range, even though you don't really, like, I don't know, Focus Sash doesn't make sense, because, yeah, Blaze Range, but if you're going to survive at 1 HP, you can't even Flare Blitz anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Well, you can, and kill yourself, but anyways. He's going to Whirlwind, Azelf. But yeah, and I went for the sub, didn't want to get Toxic, that's fine. That I lose the HP from the sub and get blown out, but I go for Scarf Thunderbolt. He's going to 2-hit KO him as he goes for the Toxic, doesn't really matter, because I'm going to 2-hit KO him. And, yeah, that's going to be the end of the battle. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry, my voice is a little shitty, and I'm not enthusiastic. My back hurts, and yeah, my throat's sore. So, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed, and I should be able to put something out for Friday, but I can't make any promises. It's going to depend on how I feel.